get this figured out. This world gon' give me whatever I need until I get this vision out. Then they gon' pay me whatever I ask, cause I got it figured out. Family be checking all up on a nigga to see how I'm feeling now. Damn, they love to see a nigga really make a killing now. I put a lock on the game and I hide the code and the keys. I am not playing no games, I really play this shit for keeps. That shit for me.
Here's YouTube. What's going on? It is your boy, Coach DC, coming back at you today with another video. Y'all see me out here in MUT or Ultimate Team, out here about to get to it a little bit. Every now and then I'll get a game fully recorded that's worth me breaking down that long gameplay edit. But this is a pretty good game, and this guy actually, he has some game, about him. So let's break this down a little bit. So he came out first play. Anytime a guy comes out first play and automatically runs the quarterback draw, I already feel like I'm in trouble. I'd be like, oh God, not another one of these. But hold it pretty steady. Got him to 4th and 2. One thing I always try to do especially on the short downs is, in some way, shape, form, or fashion, I'm gonna make sure that short read is not available, or at least not the most comfortable one. If you can make the downfield read, you got the guts to make it, I'm gonna make you make it. So, a lot of times I'll have my defenses set up, especially to the running back side, because I know that's the outlet that a lot of people like to use, is the running back. And so I'll make sure that I have my flats or curl flats or something on that particular side, on that particular play, either at 0 or 5 yards, just so I can force the opponent to go to a second read. All right, so got turnover there. This guy came out 4-3-6-1. Anytime I see a guy trying to do the pinch the line, disengage kind of blitzy thing, to me, I always look at that as either he can't have but so much coverage behind it, because it's the 4-3-6-1. And I'm like, the part of the 4-3-6-1 is to try to force you into mistakes. And so if you can prove that you're able to run on it early, and take some of the shorter reads, like the reads to the flats and all that stuff. And there's ways to kind of key the defense. Like, a lot of times I'll watch the corner. I can tell what he's in by how the corner drops or how the corner stands, before the play or whatever. And the first step I see the corner take, if I see the corner drop back, I'm automatically thinking, okay, I may have something quick to the flats or underneath, because chances are, if he's pressing, he's more than likely in a cover 4 or a cover 2 kind of shell. A lot of people don't press out of cover 2. Normally, if they're in cover 2, and they're trying to take away the flats, normally they're going to try to show you that they're not doing it. All right, so but you see, he's holding up pretty good in this defense, because obviously I haven't gotten in the end zone yet, but he keeps trying this same little to the left of the line or to the right of the line kind of stunt. I guess he's trying to get some inside penetration, up the middle, but nah, we just hit him with a little Texas route. Hell's fast a little bit now. So coming back out on his second drive, he started hitting me with this little, I don't know what play this was. I was looking for it in the little play art thing, but it never showed up. The little drift route to Michael Vick, and I don't know what happened on that play. I was in a cover 3 shell. And no, actually I do, because I have a replay of it, but I didn't include it in this gameplay edit. It's a new animation where they're beating guys, even if you're in like a cover 3 or cover 4 zone, where they're basically kind of pushing the defensive back out of the way, and he's stumbling. And then while he's in that stumble, if they throw the ball and the receiver has any kind of speed, man, it is over. And the funny part is it's not even a press animation. It's more like the wide receiver just kind of gets in the way of the defensive back as they're both going up the field, and the defensive back loses ground. But anyway, all right, so again, he comes third. think it's my second or third time with the ball, whatever. He comes back out. He's still in this 4-3-6-1. And so what I'm figuring out is, okay, when I see him step up in the gap, I'm kind of figuring that he's dropping his corners back a little bit. And so you'll see me right there on the second play. The first play, I went to the flats just to make sure that he was in what he was supposed to be in terms of a cover two. Second play, I could kind of guess that he wasn't, because he came up and committed with the middle linebacker a little bit. And again, I can kind of look at the stance of the cornerbacks and kind of tell, whether he's in a bail technique or whether he's going to, square up and come down, play man-to-man, or play the flats. At any rate, he just sticks with this 4-3, and so I'm just like, okay, if you're going to stick with the 4-3, then, I can go to the offset and just keep, running my little screen game that I can do, any day of the week against, if I have him outflanked. It's two other wide receivers out, well, tight end and a wide receiver out there, plus another wide receiver, and it's a tunnel screen. And so, if you run it properly, click on before the ball is caught, then once I turn up the field, it's one guy against two blockers, and that's just not a good situation. All right, so again, here he comes back with this little route to Michael Vick out the backfield, and he keeps catching me like somewhere in mid adjustment, and that's one thing I hate about Madden. We've been talking about this latency issue. Man, that's not latency. That's just DDA or whatever you want to call it, which is, just another hurdle for guys to get over when they try to mess up your adjustments. Because it's sometimes where I'll sit and make an adjustment, I have to make the same adjustment like 4 or 5 different times. All right, but as you see right now, he's kind of sticking to this little over running back out the backfield combo, and he catches me right then with Megatron on the backside coming to the front side. So the flow was coming from the strong side going to the weak side, but he had a guy from the weak side coming back to the strong side, as you see right there. And obviously with Randy, the knockout, the deep KO did not activate. I don't know, was that 20 yards or not? But anyway, all right, so get the ball back, 2 minutes left in the half. And so again, I've talked to you guys about this earlier in the week. Screen pass game. Anytime, you're playing guys who like to blitz a lot, or, they're going with a lot of limited to zero coverages, so to speak. Again, 4-3-6-1 against, shotgun is crazy to me, but, some people can make it work. So obviously he made a little bit of little adjustment there, and it kind of threw me off. I had the route I wanted, but I had to second guess it just a tad, and oh boy. Yeah, that right there y'all see the frustration. Anytime that Madden starts doing this and you can't throw a simple curl route, it becomes a little annoying. So I come right back, of course me, I come right back and try to throw it again, and I should have known. It's like, if you throw a pass like that and nobody catches it, and the next play is going to get picked off, obviously. So I guess Montez Sweat just decided to stand there and not step in towards the ball, so gave up an interception right now. So a little bit of frustration creeping in right here, but I'm still playing good defense. Scores 14-14. So sometimes, like I said, you got to take the emotion out of the game sometimes with Madden. They're going to cheat you. How the game is going to do you sometimes. When it goes bad, you just got to take the emotion out of it and just keep playing. And so right now, no harm, no foul. It's 14-14. I got to give him credit. He's taking what I'm giving him. He missed his read to the running back right there because I got stuck, obviously, on Kyle Pitts. I don't know how, but caught him slipping a little bit right there. The minister of defense, Reggie White, right there, snuck in off the weak side. Got a little bit of pressure. And like I said, the thing that I'm always going to do is, hey, man, I'm playing down the distance. I'm going to try to take away, the obvious. And so I credit that to my safety being able to make him hold the ball and throw it up the field towards the corner because of the proper down and distance that I had my safety zone drop set. And I just so happened to guess right on that play. So I just attribute that to the fact that I had the safety in the right spot, and he had to throw the ball up the field. So therefore, once he threw it up the field, he threw it right into the deep zone KO. I was able to click on, come back, and get the interception. All right, so we get to the third quarter right here, and yeah, man, it's 14-14, and I'm offensively, I'm kind of settling in a little bit. I'm kind of peeping the scheme. I'm always using motion so that I'm always in tune of whether it's man or zone. To me, that's the most important thing I need to know before the snap. Is it man? Is it zone? I'm not always going to guess right, but even if, let's say, if he is in a base of line, he's getting outflanked. And so as you look right here, this is a nice, easy read. Of course not. No. Madden just says no. No more curl routes for you today. And so Night Train Lane, obviously, right there is sitting on the curl route. I don't know. Again, looks like my receiver is just not making an effort to go get the ball at a certain point of the when I'm clicked on to the guy and I'm hitting the button for him to catch it. It's like, watch him just stand there. He just stands there. Yeah. All right. So anyway, now I'm really frustrated because now we're down by 7 and I don't feel like I should be. A little backside pass interference there, no good. But once again, you just stick to the basics. I understand he's running the 4-3-6-1, and so there are just certain things that are going to be open, and I just have to have the patience to take them, such as the screen passes, such as the flats. Anytime you have a guy that's always blitzing, either his slot corners or safeties, he's bringing multiple guys off the edges, then there are obviously going to be some holes in the defense somewhere. And so once again, well, yeah, I guess I did miss the read, but anyway, I caught Sweat coming in on the over route, coming back into the front side of the defense. And once again, I have no idea who was guarding him because he just was not in the picture. All right, so get it tied up at 21. And so now it's like, all right, you got to come out and play defense. Don't give up anything big. Oh, boy. I promise you, man, I don't know what it is, but once I get a lead, oh, man, it is like all bets are off on defense. We're not rushing. We're not defending. I just know how to, for some reason, I know how to find a way to give up the one-play touchdown. Even when there's no way to give it up, I will find a way to give it up. So, so once again, we're down by 7, man. And it just seems like this is where we've been stuck, for the better part of this game. And so right now, we just have to muster up another drive. Again, I have to take what he's giving me. He's giving me the flats, obviously. But right there, I'm able to cook a little corner dot up right there to Randy Moss and get down, within scoring range. And it's the clock, when you're down 7, of course, it's the fourth quarter. The clock is always a factor in Madden. I mean, even though I feel like I can get a stop, right here, the best thing for me to do is put up 7 points and at least, somehow, match the score and possibly get the chance to get the stop or take it into overtime or get the ball back. I mean, who knows? But, we come back out and what I'm doing right now, all that drifting, that's because my receivers, I had 2 receivers going out on the route, and obviously it just took them all day to get out on the route. Right there, I caught him earlier with a similar formation, similar motion, and that time he actually stepped out to the receiver because he thought the receiver was coming on the same route and left tight end wide open. That time I caught him with tight end. So give it to my man, Sticky Ricky, Pretty Ricky, what they call him. Ricky Williams tied the game back up. Now it's 2 minutes left. Now I'm saying to myself, can you please not give up a one-play touchdown? Make him, earn it. But the key is I have to get a stop right here. There's just no ifs, ands, buts about it. Stack the box a little bit, play good run D right there, send a little pressure right there. Oh, and it was good defense. Just simply didn't get the knockout. Good catch by Pitts. Way to stand in there by my opponent under pressure because as you see, Crowder is coming through that B gap untouched, and so it was some really bad intentions, but he was able to stand in there, make the read, get him a 3rd and 7. Nice fake right there. He actually caught me slipping, and boy, once I saw this, I just knew it was over. Then the ref got in the way. Problem was he didn't click on. If he clicks on right there, he probably gets a chance to catch that ball, but he just did not click on. I don't know if he couldn't. I don't know. But then he decides to go for it on 4th and 7. So I'm like, okay, well, shoot, we are on his side of the ball. So all we have to do is just either knock it down and or make a stop. Man, and a really good job right there by me understanding what it is that I had called on defense. I dropped the middle linebacker into the middle read to take away the quick slant or quick crossing route right there in the middle. Also dropped the defensive end on the right out into a seam flat so that he could take away anything that went quick to the flats. I was able to get on the running back and then peel off onto the corner route. You have to go back and watch the replay. But, now we're in the driver's seat. And so first thing I'm doing is, you get a big turnover on downs right there. I'm trying to put myself into scoring position. A great dot right there by Doug Williams to my man, Sticky Ricky, Pretty Ricky, what they call him. Right down the middle with a nice Texas route right there. Come back and run the ball. Rick with the ooh-wee. And we get down here, and so right there, I was going to just take the field goal, and then I was like, nah. You got to challenge yourself to be great out here, man. You know what I mean? I could have took the field goal, but nah, I wanted to put the 7 up right then. But a really, wait a minute, it's 7 seconds left. Haha, this is Madden. Y'all know how Madden does, and so, excuse me, but just wanted to put myself in a position right there where, I'm not hanging on by 3, and I know how Madden does. Madden will, come up with a way for you to give up that play, and then he'll get out of bounds, and the clock will stick with that 1 second on it forever and a day. And I'm like, why is he still trying to ice kick me on an extra point? But man, maybe he couldn't help it. I don't know. But my whole thing with Madden is you have to understand how to play through the algorithm and play through the things that don't go in your favor. You're going to have plays where guys bump into each other and all that kind of stuff. For me, when I press cover, normally I'm going to pull one guy off a little bit, especially in those bunch sets, because a lot of people rely on the fact that if you're running those bunch sets, some of those DBs and safeties and receivers, everybody running in that crowd, it only takes one person to mess it up and one person to run off, and then now you went from being up by 7 to now the score is tied. But anyway, man, y'all know what it is, man. It is your boy Coach. Oh, I still have one spot for pure skills. I also have spots for our mud league, but you're gonna have to take some. These are teams that have already been played with. That sounds terrible. Anyway.